You guys asked, and I am here to deliver. My name is Anna. Welcome to this channel if you haven't been here before, and if you have, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Before we start this video, I'm just going to quickly get you up to speed. In October of last year, I began this journey to change my life within 52 weeks. Now, obviously, changing your life little by little, moving little pebbles every day is not really the exciting endeavor. It's not roller coasters. It's just little things that you have to do every day. So this video is not going to have a lot of editing. I'm just going to show you the actual meat of what I use and the things that actually keep me going on a daily basis when it gets very boring and sometimes a little bit depressing, she said with a happy face. When I decided to start this journey, I obviously couldn't start picking random things to do and do them randomly and hope for the best. Obviously, I couldn't do that. Instead, I had to actually build myself a little system. Now, I love organizing things. I love building systems. I love doing this. And so for me, it was kind of like a game. Now I just have to follow through with it. So today I'm going to show you two things. First, I'm going to show you my system that I built myself and that maybe you can get inspiration from. This is a system that helps me understand where I want to be moving and what I'm doing on a daily basis to move towards my goals. The second thing I'm going to be showing you is actually my Pinterest vision board. It's a bit different from the system. It's a bit less rational. It's a bit less, it's a bit more dreamy, and I think we need both of those elements to keep going when it gets boring. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the system that I made for myself. I decided to include it in my video due to popular demand. Just kidding, nobody asked, nobody cares. I care, and that's enough. I'm not going to show you my exact Google Sheets document because there are things that I would like to keep to myself. I do want to show you what it looks like and what my kind of dashboard looks like. I actually check this dashboard thing pretty much on a daily basis, and I'm still working on some parts of it. First thing I did was I decided to look at my wheel of life. I found that the sub areas that were mostly lacking were in here, as you can see. That doesn't mean that I don't want to work on the other areas, it just means that I want to prioritize these ones. So my advice to you, after trying to focus on everything at once, don't do that. Don't focus on everything. If you're anything like me, you'll get overwhelmed, you will burn out, and then you're not going to want to do anything. So 4 was the max I could take. Next thing I did is I decided to write down literal bullet points of all the things that I wanted to do in each one of these sub areas. So for example, health and fitness, I just wrote 3 meals a day, work out 3 times a week, cooking balanced, tasty meals, get posture a program, get my body fat under 25%, and so on and so forth. And I did the exact same thing for each one of those sub areas. But I took it one step further because I looked at it and I thought, all right, it's very nice to have them into sub areas, but is that going to change anything? Is that going to help me? It just looks overwhelming. It just looks like too much, and I'm not going to do any of it. I looked at all of the things that I had written, all of the bullet points, and tried to gather them into different types of bullet points. I call them actions. Let's take a look at the action tab. The one thing I realized when looking at all of the bullet points is that I could very easily take those bullet points and put them into different classes, and I ended up having 5 different classes, 4 classes in here, and an extra one I'll tell you about in a little bit. So we've got habits, we've got skills, we've got tasks, and we've got milestones. Just hearing it like this is pretty self-explanatory, but I will explain the difference a little bit between all of them. The habits, these are things I want to do repeatedly. I want to do them either multiple times a day, once a day, multiple times a week, or even once a month. For example, saving 20% of my income. I want it to be a habit. I want it to be automatic, like got my income, save 20%. Whereas skills, those are things that you acquire, things that you don't necessarily know how to do. You've got to implement some new habits, you've got to maybe do something else to acquire the task. For example, cooking balanced, tasty meals. This has to do with my health and my fitness, and it's a skill that I need in order to, reach some of the milestones that I've got. Tasks for me, they're things that I want to do maybe one time. Buy a new computer. I don't plan on buying a new computer every month or every week. I don't plan on going to the doctor every week, hopefully not, or get like a physical type analysis. I don't plan on doing it very often. It's just something that I need to tick off because it helps me in some type of way. I need to do it, or it helps me advance to the next level, something like this. Then we've got milestones, and I decided to have milestones instead of goals. Why, are you going to say? To me, the word goal feels like one and done, like you've done it and that's it, and you forget about it. That's how it feels to me. I know it's not the same for everybody. Milestones, however, it's like you are going up a staircase and then you get to floor 1, and then there's other things waiting for you on floor 2, floor 3, and etc. This is why I've got milestones that I want to reach. What I decided to do next is to think about what I wanted to do in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and of course have a done button or done color that's going to be green for me. You can see, for example, that buying a new computer and getting a 9-to-5 job, these two things are done. I've done them. But then I've got quarter 1, 3 meals a day and working out 3 times a week. I want to implement them. This doesn't mean that I'm going to stop in quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, but it means that the action type or the habit has to start in that quarter. I can change this at any moment, no pressure on myself. I actually want to be very, very flexible and just make sure that I do what I can instead of putting on too much pressure onto myself and then not doing anything. Now, possible explorations. These are things that I decided to add at the very bottom because I don't want to think too much about them now. I want to focus on what's in the main table. For me, it's like things that I can, think about. For example, I can put them here, eloquence lessons. These are possible explorations, things that I could potentially want to do that I don't want to necessarily think about right here and right now. The next action type that I saw in the bullet points was actually rewards. Next thing I did, I decided to think about things that I want to get or things that I want to do. It doesn't have to be something physical. It can be a program, it can be an experience, it can be a physical thing, it can be a material thing. I've got prices right here because some of these things are very specific and they cost money. This is where the fun part begins. So you take your actions and you try and think about where would I place each one of the rewards. In order to do that, I built trackers. So you can see here, this is my first quarter tracker, and in my hidden I've got quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So I've got all the quarters. I'm not going to open them, but I've built them already and they all look the same as quarter 1 with different things in here. You can see in February how I'm tracking everything. I decided to have a goal in here because it's just a number and the status. And then if I think that something warrants a reward, I would, I don't think I want new gym clothes anymore, so I can remove that and put it elsewhere. All right, so next thing we have is the milestones. We've got each one of these sub areas and then the milestones that we want to reach, the date that we achieve them, and then the possible reward that we could get. Some of these rewards themselves are actually milestones. I've got the summer wardrobe and the winter wardrobe update, but since it's something that requires me to go out and shop and treat myself, I decided to take it as a milestone in itself and a reward for something else. Okay, so a reward for example, reaching 1K on Instagram. This helps you understand which milestone gives you which reward outside of the ones that we have in the tracker. The tracker rewards, these ones are for a certain amount accomplished, like 90% of the workouts done in quarter 1, you get this reward. But it's not necessarily a milestone like these ones that we have here. It's one that you can, you know, add or remove. The savings tracker. This is not how much I make. This is not how much I've saved. This is an example amount that I've put there for the sake of this video. It looks complicated, but it's very simple. I've put some dates here. I have planned my savings for each one of the months. So how much I want to have by, you know, the 1st of February, I wanted to have 200 units of extra savings. So by the 1st, I wanted to have an extra 500. This is not cumulative. This is separate for each one of the months. How much we did actually save, the percentage. Did I get 100%? Did I get less? Did I get more? And the total. So the total is very simple. It's, you know, the amount saved and the starting point. That's if you have savings that you're trying to, you know, double, triple, whatever. I don't think everybody needs to have all these tables. It's just that I really like to go back and see how much I have saved from what I wanted, how much I have saved from what I had planned, just to kind of give me more information about where I'm lacking or if I'm doing great. I planned the expected income potentially for this person and then the actual income that needs to be tracked. I wrote one because we have a division right here, so best not to have any zeros. This is the planned savings percentage from the expected, how much we want to save from the expected income. We've got 20% of the expected income, but then in your case, if you want to save 30%, you change it to 0.3, you know, and then, you know, it just changes everything. For me, 20% is the name of the game. And then in percentages, actual amount saved from the actual income. And that's what helps you understand if you tick this or if you don't. Finally, I realized that I'm having issues with my habits. I am doing them, except maybe the posting on Instagram that I'm not doing. It's done in a very disorganized manner, unfortunately. So I decided to try this thing that I saw in Atomic Habits or read in Atomic Habits. I decided to try and habit stack using lotion after showering. This is something I forget to do, using lotion. So I was thinking, okay, well, every time I have a shower, if I put my lotion on the washing machine, I can just use it right after the shower. After washing my face, I could do my skincare and I could do gua sha. There are other things that I want to stack. Putting my Duolingo somewhere, because I have no idea where to put it. I do it when I remember to do it. That's basically what my system looks like. It's not perfect. It still needs the habit stacking and it still needs some tweaking here and there. It's the best I could do by myself, for myself. Should I make a template out of it? Like I don't have Notion, but like a Google Sheets template or even a Notion template if I know how to make it. Let me know if you want the template, let me know. Maybe I'll make it and put it online. Okay, bye. This is my vision board. I decided to name it 25 Vision Sparkle Stars, whatever. I have organized my vision board in 9 different sections. Each one of the sections is supposed to represent one of my wheel of life areas. We are in the section health and fitness. These are just images. It might not create any type of effect in you, and that is okay. The idea is that it should create an effect in me. I could be looking at your vision board and not feel anything, not feel any emotional link or not relate to it, but that's okay. It's supposed to be very individual. As I was telling you, the good thing about this, in each section I have got things that are related to each other only. You can see I've got, you know, obviously self-care, skincare, healthcare, eating very good foods, exercising. I've got quite a few types of exercises. We've got rope skipping, Pilates on the reformer, we've got a bit of yoga and home Pilates, flexibility and stretching, and beautiful images that make me think of those things. So if I think I don't have enough, I just go into more ideas and Pinterest suggests more things for me. Obviously, Pinterest has noticed I've got, you know, the healthy foods. So I can, for instance, add this one, for instance. Very simple. So demure. quotes. This one, for instance, I would add to my affirmations and quotes. I would not add it to just any little section. Beautiful, beautiful glowy skin that we can add as well. And these are, as you can see, different things that I feel inspired by. I might not necessarily have them as habits or goals or milestones even. So when I think about them, it reminds me that I'm on a journey. It reminds me that there are little things I can do here and there, little tweaks that I could implement into my routine, and it keeps me going. It just keeps me moving forward. Instead of taking it in a very, very literal sense, and instead of taking it like, okay, I've got this habit, I've got to find an image that has to do with that habit specifically. Instead, I just take an image that inspires me and that reminds me of the things that I'm doing. Let's take a look at career and work. My vision board for career and work. Okay, I'm not 30 yet and I still have got a little bit of time. Maybe I could make it into Forbes 30 under 30, just saying. But the idea is, again, let's not take it so literally, so seriously. It's more about the idea of success. It's more about, I don't have to make it into Forbes 30 under 30. I just want to have the resilience, the discipline, the amount of, you know, creativity and desire and drive as a person who has made it into Forbes 30 under 30. I have got a few very confident looking women working, doing things, standing, speaking publicly, and also they seem to be enjoying it. So this is what I want to embody. I want to have this very serious and focused aura, and to have this mindset of being serious and focused on my work, but from a place of enjoying it even when it gets hard. We've got content creation, obviously, because I do enjoy it. We've talked about it last time. So now that we've looked at my career and work, let's add a few extra ideas to the career and work. Oh, I like this. Strength, confidence, we enjoy it, we like it. I want to add things that have to do with YouTube. Right, we've added a few more things to the career and work because we want to take YouTube seriously as well. Now let's take a look at money and finance, and quite frankly I've got very few pins in money and finance. It's the fewest I have. Let's try and see more ideas. I don't like this. I don't like just, there is something satisfying about having just a number for some reason instead of, you know, dollar bills or euro bills. Deposit. Very nice, isn't that nice? That's very nice. Money and finance, we have added 3-4 more little images. Let's go to family and friends. It's about enjoying, it's about gifting, it's about hugging, it's about having intimate moments together around the table, talking, laughing, enjoying, all of that. And obviously cats are also in the family and friends. More ideas. It's probably going to be cats. Oh, we will add the cats. We will add this. So I'm going to add this one because hanging out with girlfriends is amazing and we want to do more of it. Family and friends. There we go. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so this is what we have in family and friends. I've added a few extra little images and pins. We've got a cutie cat here and a cutie cat there. We've got a few presents, some hugs. We have got just relaxing by the water. We've got just people gathered together having a beautiful dinner or a beautiful birthday party. Okay, let's move on to partners and love. I've got only one partner and that is my husband Elle, and these pins, it's not about finding somebody else, by the way. That's all there is to it. I don't think I want to add anything here. Let's take a look at growth and learning, and in this one I honestly just have the things that I talked about in growth and learning. Basically nothing else. I don't think I have anything else. So I've got, you know, wardrobe, clothes, I've got color analysis and understanding your body type, understanding how to, you know, to dress better. And then we've got 2 languages. We've got Dutch and Mandarin Chinese. That's basically it. I don't think I want to add anything else to it. as of now, this is all I need to, you know, look at and focus on. And I'm quite satisfied with this. It's small, it's curated, it's to the point, and it just does its job. When it comes to environment and home, this is something I didn't have, by the way. Just like Partners in Love and family and friends, we're going to add a few extra ideas, just things that inspire us. It doesn't have to be all the exact same. It can be a bit different. It can be creative, it can be basic. This is nice. For some reason, I like this one. So it's more about home than it is about environment. Okay, so we've added a few extra ones. I don't think we need to add more. I think we've got the idea. When we look at it, we have a visual idea of what we like and things that we would like to move towards. Now, I'm going to show you the fun and recreation, which I also didn't have in the other videos. So that's not something I'm focusing on, but, you know, things that I would like to potentially have a little bit of in my life. So fun and recreation, I've got tennis, as you can see, a little bit of tennis here and there. We've got shooting, because I really enjoy shooting for some reason. We have got a bit of horse riding, because I enjoy that as well. I think it's so nice. We've got singing. I've been thinking about going back to singing classes because I liked singing classes and I like singing. And finally, we've got a little bit of pottery. Finally, let's take a look at the affirmations and quotes. I wanted to have a separate section with the affirmations and quotes because sometimes you just want words and not necessarily want lots of images. I'm just going to give you a second and you can read them on your own without me telling you anything. I tried to avoid the quotes that sound very Tumblr-ish. I loved Tumblr, and then sometimes you would have quotes that would be very dark or very sad girl aesthetic. I didn't really want to add that. So this, for example, the Ernest Hemingway, "You are so brave and quiet, I forget you are suffering." Let's not add things like these to our vision boards, because why do you want to be suffering and brave and quiet? We don't want that, okay? It sounds very, you know, angsty and artsy and all of that, and it's like, oh, manifesting being strong and quiet. No, no. Manifest not suffering. So don't add things like these. It sounds good. It sounds very, you know, poetic. Don't add it to your vision board. We can do this one, little by little. It sounds stupid and it sounds very, you know, like little by little, so what? It's very important, little by little, not everything at once. This will be the year it all comes together. It puts lots of pressure on this year. I just want this year to be another year where I'm doing something. So just not make it come together, all of it this year. It just comes together little by little, every day, every year, year after year. Don't stop until you're proud. I wouldn't add this either, because don't stop. Even when you're proud, why would you stop? So that's basically that's basically it for my 2025 vision board sparkles. I really like it. Yeah, I don't know if you can look at everything all together, but I wouldn't want to do that anyway. Okay guys, so that was it for me for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that it was useful. I will be glad to have any type of advice or questions that you have regarding the system and the vision board, or anything that you want to say. And I will see you next time, and hopefully I'm going to have more exciting things to share with you. Bye!